It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So, I was a perverted little kid. I mean it. Like, they should have taken me to see a professional. That's how bad things were. I'll give you an example, right? So when I was 4 years old, family sitting around the TV. It's me, my sister, my mother, and my stepdad. We're all watching a show, and a Tab commercial comes on. Tab was a soda for the young folks. It was like Coke, Pepsi, and Tab. They were like Destiny's Child before Coke and Pepsi became Beyonce and left Tab in the back. That was Tab, right? So we're watching we're watching a show, and a Tab commercial comes on, and this woman comes jogging up in a bikini, right? Big breasts. She's like, yeah, fucking Tab, right? And I'm watching, and all of a sudden, my mother looks at me and goes, whoa! I'm sitting there in my onesie, full on hard on, rock hard, 4-year-old. And listen, that was just the start of things, okay? Because a few years later, I'm 7 years old, right? I'm 7 years old, and I loved exploring my house, especially my parents' room, always snooping around where I shouldn't have been. So one day I'm in there, and I'm looking around, and between the bed, the mattress, and the box spring, I see some pages. I'm like, what is this? So I pull it out, and it's a magazine. A magazine at the top said Hustler. Beneath that, I shit you not, there was a naked lady, right? I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm like, oh my God. So I opened up the magazine, flipped through a couple of pages. It started off with a couple of cigarette ads, Newport. But then I get to another naked lady. And then another. There were boobs all over the place. I mean, small boobs, big boobs, perky boobs. There were enough boobs for all of us. This thing was heaven to me, right? So I keep on flipping, and I get to one page, and the woman is kind of like sideways. So I kind of turn the magazine to get a better look, and the pages folded out. I mean, the technology. I was floored by this thing, right? Now, on the top page was her beautiful face. On the second page, boobs. And on the third page, pussy. I couldn't believe my eyes. Now, I had heard of this mystical, magical pussy before, but I never thought I'd actually see one. I was in absolute heaven. I didn't know what to do with myself, but I also didn't know how much time I would have, so I folded it back in, and I put it right back under the mattress, same way I found it. No one would ever know, and I left. But in the following days, I revisited this Hustler magazine as many times as I could. And it started to get a little creepy because I started tearing out little pieces of body parts that I liked a lot, like a little fucking serial killer, okay? I told y'all I was a pervert. I'm peeling out these little teeny things, little nipple, little butt, just from my little collection, and I needed a place to hide them, right? I needed a place to stash them all. And so I kept them in my bed. On my bed, there was like a little folded up comforter, decorative thing, and I would just storm in there, tuck them all away. It was brilliant, right? Not so much, because I was too young to do my own laundry. And so one day, my mother decided to wash my bed sheets. So she comes in and she, does the laundry and puts the new sheets on, and then she grabs the comforter to kind of shake that out and refresh that. My little collection flies into the air like porn confetti. It was raining tits and ass, all coming down. And I'm like, oh my God. But keep in mind, right, these little pieces, they were so small, there was no way that she could tell what they were. Now, I knew what they were. Like, obviously, that's a nipple from page 20. That's Pamela's nipple, But she had no idea. But I got greedy, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that third page I was telling y'all about, that pussy page? I had to have it. I took it. I tore out the whole thing, not a little piece. I tore the whole page. I couldn't leave it behind. It was my first pussy. Who would leave? Ben, would you leave it behind? Come on. You're not going to. All right, he's not talking to me anymore. But I had to have it, so I took it with me, and that's what got me caught, because she picked up the little page, and she looks at it, and she looks at me, and she looks back at it, and she looks at me, and I'm petrified, I'm mortified, I'm all the fides, right? And out of nowhere, she leaves the room. and I don't know what to do. So I'm standing there. I probably was in the same spot for like half an hour. I'm just scared. I don't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden, my stepdad comes in, right? And he goes, "You got me in trouble." And I'm like, "I got you in trouble? So the trouble's not on me?" Okay. Go on. And so he starts tearing me a new one. He's like, "This is not for you. This, you're a child. You shouldn't look at this stuff. I know I shouldn't have had it here, but it's for adults. It's not for you." And I'm just like, "Okay, I get it. And that would have been enough. But this is where things got really weird. And I'll just tell y'all, I'm Haitian. Haitians are real comfortable with their body and the natural way of things. My stepdad pulls his dick out. Okay? Pulls his dick out and is pointing to it and saying, "This is not a toy. This is not a toy." All these thoughts go through my head. I'm like, whoa. So the first thing I'm thinking is, I did not need a visual aid to learn this lesson, sir. Like, use your words. We would have been fine with that. The second thought I'm feeling is like, man, I'm a kid. You're a grown man, and we're kind of neck and neck here, bro. Like, you got me, but not by a lot. I want to be honest with you. I feel like maybe I'm the man of the house now. And I kind of felt sorry for my mom, too. I'm like, damn, he must have a great personality or something, because he ain't working with much. And the third thing I was thinking was, I vow never to look at another nude magazine again. My days for that are done. And I'm glad that I was so specific with that vow, because about a year later, I found a videotape that said "Hustler" on the front. Thank you.